Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to my April book vlog. It's the 2nd of April right now, and I just finished my March book vlog and I really enjoyed it. I really love this video format, so I'm gonna vlog this month again. Actually, we're gonna have a really fun beginning because as you can see, I am in the car right now. We are on our way to Berlin right now. It's about a 7-hour ride for us, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read. In the last month, I read 7 books and I was really proud of that, and I want to try to get a high number again this month. So I'm gonna try to read as much as possible, especially on this holiday. I'm not going for long, I'm just going for a weekend, but still I'd like to read as much as possible. So yeah, welcome to this video. So let's talk about my current read. It's actually crazy, I only have 1 book I'm reading right now, which is not really normal for me, but it's fine. I'm currently reading Queen of Shadows. It is the 5th book. This is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series, and I'm really happy to be continuing this because I have a lot of series I'm starting right now and I want to get through them, and also ACOTAR 6 and 7 got released and I need to keep reading in this universe. I am currently... these are yellow pages. It's a second-hand book, but I'm around page 200 and it has 650 I think. I'm excited to be starting this video and I'm excited to go to Berlin. Hello? We just went to the McDonald's and they actually have new things, so let's try them. I got a coffee. Wait, look at this. It's like...
Cheers guys.
I feel like a mukbang YouTuber. It's like a donut. Nice. Approved. This is my dinner. We've got cookies and yeah, this is a very nice dinner. Yeah. Hi, so I've been in Berlin for 2 days now. This is the 2nd day. It's really great. It's a really great city. We've been walking around loads and that did mean I don't have much time to read, but that is something I expected. So first, let me tell you a bit more about the book I'm currently reading, Queen of Shadows, and then I'll show you a book I bought. I'm not trying to buy much because I'm kind of on a book buying ban, but not really. I must say there aren't too many bookshops here. Weirdly enough, I thought there would be, but we've only found 1. Maybe I'm just not looking well enough, but anyways, Queen of Shadows is, as I said, the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series. If you don't know the series yet, it's a really cool fantasy series. It's a female main character, she's an assassin, and she's just really badass. A lot happens in the 1st book. She becomes an assassin for the king, and then stuff happens as fantasy does. Yeah, there's dark magic, there are a lot of interesting characters and friendships, and exciting things happen. I'm now in the 5th book, but as it's a really big series, I can't say much because everything kind of happens because of things that happened in the previous books. In the last book, she went to a different part, like a different island, continent, I think. Different continent, yeah. I don't know. She lives here and she went to Wendlin, and in this book she returns back to the continent where she's from. In the last book there was a really big revelation about her as a person. In this book she's kind of evolving that personality and trying to do big things. We meet a lot of characters that we saw in the first few books and that we didn't really see in the last book because she's going back to this continent, and the characters of the new place she went to, they kind of come together and merge, and they're fighting for something. I can't say too much, but basically it's just a battle between good and evil, but it's really fun. A lot of things happen. I must say the beginning, I'm like halfway-ish now. The beginning was quite slow and now it's starting to pick up and becoming interesting, but I had that with a book before this one as well. That's probably just the thing with long fantasy series, is you kind of also want all of the background details and scenes in between that aren't as important, just to understand, to like fully grasped the story, so that's what's happening right now. I read quite a lot in the car ride here, and I'm trying to read a bit more. I'm probably going to read a bit in a minute, but yeah. So that is that. And then let me show you the book I bought today. I went to a bookshop and it was really cool. It was like underground. They didn't have too many English books, but they had a decent amount. It was only really literary books, so it was classic literature and literary fiction, and I do like that genre. It's not my favorite, but I do really like it. I just looked through the books and I thought, oh, if I don't like anything, I won't buy it. But then I found Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang. Now this has had its moment, I think, online, but I still wanted to read it. I really like her as an author, and I find it quite interesting to read this because I've read both Babel and Catabasis by her, and I have the Poppy World trilogy. I have it on my shelves, but I haven't read it yet. But this book, I don't think it has any like fantasy elements in it. I think it's just a literary fiction. So I am really curious to read this, like what it's going to be like. I don't think it's one of her best works, but I'm willing to try, and I think it's a really cool cover, and it's like a different kind of material. It's not the soft one, but yeah, I don't know. And it's really quite floppy as well. Yeah, I'm excited to have this. I've been wanting to read it for a long time, so I feel like if I really want to read a book, I'll buy it. It's fine. Hopefully this month I can do a lot of reading. So I got a bit more reading done over the course of the holiday, including the really long car ride back again, because during our short weekend away, I didn't really want to read too much. So in total, I did get quite a lot done, but yeah, mostly on the car rides because it was so long. The book is really good so far, so it was a great book to just read during the car ride. Hey guys, quick little update because I'm in a rush. I am starting Silas Marner. I don't even know how to pronounce that. By George Eliot. I'm starting that today because I have to finish it for my literature class next Tuesday. It is Wednesday now. I'm gonna read it in the train. I must confess that this month the reading hasn't really been going well. I think it's like the 12th of April and I really haven't read much. I've been so insanely busy, and I mean, life does its thing and that happens sometimes. I've been busy with work and schoolwork and holidays and I haven't had any time. So I'm gonna have to try to compensate. I am like really craving to read and I have loads of books I really want to read. So I do have the motivation, I just don't have the time. Something that's really not helping this is the fact that this book sucks. This is the most boring book I've ever read. And not to forget, it's only 200 pages. I can't get through it. It's the worst thing I've ever read. I'm so sorry, but I genuinely can't believe anybody enjoying this. I opened the book and it starts with the most excruciating, like horrible bit of writing with the most difficult vocabulary I've ever seen, and I just couldn't get through it. I cannot care for it. This is the first sentence. In the days when the spinning wheels hummed busily in the farmhouses, and even great ladies clothed in silk and threadlace had their toy spinning wheels of polished oak, there might be seen in districts far away among the lanes or deep in the bosom of the hills certain pallid undersized men who, by the side of the brawny country folk, looked like the remnants of a disinherited race. What did we just read? I'm sorry, I cannot. So I'm on page 54 right now, and it's Sunday, and I need to finish it on Tuesday, and I don't want to. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen to study English. Queen of Shadows is going very well. I only need to read like 150 pages, and I know we all know how it goes, the ending of an epic fantasy book. I'm really excited to read it, but this is my priority right now, and then I have to read that. And also, I haven't even checked which book I need to read for next week for literature. I hope it's not going to be a bad one. So yeah, that's a little bit of a reading update. I'm trying, but sometimes, busyness in life overtakes the reading, and it'd be like that. I just checked and I have to read Carmilla by I don't even know who. I don't even know the book, and I just realised I haven't even bought it. Is this a sign for me to not read it, or is this a sign that I have to order it now? I did end up ordering the book for my lit class next week. Unboxing! Why is the packaging this big? It has sprayed edges. Wait, this is sick. What the heck? This is one cool addition for a book. So let's read about it. It's Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. The dark sapphic romance that inspired Dracula. It's the original vampire story, steeped in sexual tension and gothic romance. I'm excited. It is the 14th of April. First things first, I got a nose piercing, so if anything looks different, it's that. I did loads of reading today, and actually it was quite a coincidence, but I finished 2 books in one day. So let's talk about those. The first one I finished is Silas Marner. I still don't know if it's Silas Marner, I still don't know. The amount of tabs I have kind of proves what I thought of this book, about 7 tabs. For me, this was a waste of time. In my class, the teacher described it as a wholesome book, and I guess I could stand behind that because yes, it is a wholesome story. It has a happy ending. Has like a positive character development, but she also described it as a story with not much depth, not too interesting, and I definitely agree with that as well, and that is a really big thing for me, and I guess bigger than it just being a nice sweet story instead of just read a romance. The writing was rather complicated, I thought, especially in the beginning, and you kind of get used to it throughout the book, but it still bothered me quite a lot, and that didn't really motivate me to read it. You'd expect the whole story to be about this main character, and obviously quite a lot is about him as well, but probably almost half of the book is about other characters and they come together at the end. But then still, I don't think you should name the book after the character. I'm glad I read a George Eliot book because now I know I don't want to read any other books of her. So that's this. Then next I finished Queen of Shadows. Oh, my bookmark is still in, but I finished it. This thick book, and yeah, what can I say? It was good. It was entertaining. It was exciting. It had everything a fantasy book needs. Definitely not my favorite in the series, but still just really fun. And I love seeing this world and this story develop throughout all of these books, this huge series. I did have quite a few moments in this book where I thought the writing was a little bit cringe, and I don't really want to do her like that because I love her books, so hopefully this was just like a one-off, because I don't want to start thinking like that when reading these books. I love these. I'll just try to ignore it, I guess. But other than that, really great. Love the characters, just always love these characters, and I'm very curious to see what the next 3 books are gonna look like in this series, the last 3 books. And this is really scary, but 2 of those books I'm gonna do the tandem read. If you don't know about that, there are 2 books in these series, and some people read them at the same time and then switch the chapters, and then I think everything flows into each other and it makes sense. I want to try that because how often are you going to get the chance to read books in that way? So I'm definitely going to do that, but I don't know when, because that's going to take a lot of time. And then lastly, I started Carmilla. I'm quite curious what this is going to be like, because I know like vampire books are, I guess I'd specify as a genre, because some people really love vampire books, just specifically vampire books. Yeah, no, I've never read a vampire book. I haven't even read Twilight or anything like that, so this is my very first one, and I'm just really curious what that's going to be like. So I'm about 40 pages in. It's a really short book. It's 150-60 pages and really big letters as well. Like, I think I'm going to finish this really quickly. So far, so good. I don't really have an opinion yet. I'm just going to keep reading this, hopefully finish it as soon as I can, and then I'm going to pick my next read. For next week, for literature, I have to read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I think that's the name. I think it's also a short book, so I'm being blessed here a little bit. I think I'm like going to catch up on my reading this month. Yeah. It's been so long, but I finally have like an hour of free time to just spend on reading. I'm really gonna enjoy this. I have my book, I have my water bottle, and then I have an apple and this chocolate bar, and I'm so ready for this. I think I might be able to finish this actually in this time, because I'm around, oh, I lost my bookmark. I'm around page 100. It has like 155 pages, so I might be able to finish this today. So what are my thoughts on this? It's less exciting than I expected it to be, but it's still a decent read. The thing I like about it is usually when you have these stories, like obviously we as readers already know that the problems caused in this book are because of vampires, but the characters don't know that, and usually when you have that dynamic, then you kind of feel annoyed at the characters because they don't know and you do know, and you're like, well, how can you not see this? But I must say in this book, I don't really have that. For some reason, I understand why they don't realize it. That really improves the story. The characters could have used a little bit more development, but I understand it's a short book, and I'm actually really glad it's a short book. I'm really interested to see how this is gonna end, because the characters still don't know it's because of vampires. And I mean, if you live in a normal world and suddenly you hear there are vampires around, like, how do you respond to that? Genuinely, how does someone respond to that? Because you don't even consider that being a possibility. I'm really curious to see how that's gonna be done. Let me tell you a bit about the story. We follow a girl, and she's like 17, 18, 19, she's young, and she lives very isolated with her father in quite a big house, I think. So they don't see many people. They have visitors sometimes, but not frequently. And then at some point, a carriage drives past and it crashes, and there are multiple people in the carriage, but one girl becomes unconscious of the crash. And then the mother of the girl was like, okay, maybe she can stay at your castle while I do my business. Like, she was on her way somewhere. Obviously the main character was very excited for that, because the girl was her age and she was happy to have a companion in her solitary life, and they develop a friendship. And then these mysterious things happen where the main character tells us about her strange dreams. We don't know, just strange things that are happening. Random girls of their ages are dying around where they live. Yeah, I'm just really excited to see how this is going to develop. I won a giveaway, and I've never won a giveaway before in my life, but a local bookshop. I follow them on Instagram. They like combine books with tea, but I've never been there. They did a giveaway on Instagram, and you had to like guess the tropes of the books on the picture, and I guessed it correctly, and not many people joined, but still I won. So I won a book, and I'm gonna go and pick it up right now. And then also I got this from my old colleagues, because I have a new job right now. They gave me a bookbon, which is a book gift card, so I'm gonna go use that as well. So I'm gonna buy a lot of new books today, which I didn't expect. I'm not really wanting any new books right now, but you get the chance to, why not? So that's what I'm gonna go do now. So this is the first book I got. It is a Dutch book. I don't actually know the English name, but it's really well known. It's like Zilvergaren in Dutch, and I think it is a retelling of one of the really popular fairy tales. Seriously, I don't know much about this book, but it looks really cool, and I'm excited to read this. It is quite a thick one though, but looks good. And then I went to a bookshop to use my gift card on. I've never been there before, I don't think, and they had quite a few English books, but a lot of the books were like the second or third part of a series, and they never had the first part, so I couldn't really decide on anything. I was kind of debating maybe getting Quicksilver. I maybe wanted to get the Dungeon Crawler book. I don't know, they had some good options, but I just really wasn't sure. And then I saw this book. It's Arcana Academy. I think this looks really cool, but I had never heard of it. So I just had a look on Goodreads and I read the back, and it looks really fun. I always really love a fantasy book which is like kind of set in like at school, and I must say this is also quite a thick book, but it looks really cool. Look, I'll show you the map. Yeah, I just love a fancy book like this. So I have two really cool new books, thick and big ones, but really cool ones, and I'm very, very happy. I finished reading Camilla. It was less fun than I expected, but I still quite enjoyed this read. It was just fine. Literally, it's just fine. Something I really miss in this book is the fact that a lot of things are being skipped over. For example, how the main character, the girl, develops a friendship with this other girl. She doesn't even process like losing her at some point. You don't really read the emotions of the main character, you just read what is happening, and that kind of makes it a bit lacking. But it's a short book, so it makes sense. I guess you don't really have time for that in a short book. I don't really have much to say about this. Literally the most fine read I've ever read. Like, I have nothing to say about this. I wouldn't recommend it though. I need to go get my next read and it is upstairs. I absolutely love this edition. These are the hardcover Harry Potter books and I am so excited. I'm just very happy to continue this series. I've read the first book obviously, and I mean, yes, I know what's going to happen, but the books will always have a bit more detail and they're super easy to read. They're obviously made for like younger children. I don't know if it's a young adult or maybe even younger, but they're really fun. Yeah, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna ruin this if I keep it on. It's still cute. The Hogwarts map, by the way. Hell yeah. Okay, let's eat this off. I'm about halfway through and I just wanted to say that I absolutely love Harry Potter. I love this world, I love the magic, I love the characters, I love the vibe. It is so good, and obviously I knew this, but just when reading this series again, I've read it when I was younger, but I read it in Dutch and just I can't remember anything of the books. And now reading it again, it's such a fun experience. A lot of things I recognize from the films, obviously. I have rewatched those recently, but there are also quite a few scenes in here that don't appear in the films, which I think are really fun. They just feel like little Easter eggs, you know? And also we are gonna get the new like upcoming TV series of Harry Potter, which I think the trailer released recently. I haven't really looked at it, but you know, I'm here for any more Harry Potter content. So yeah, I just wanted to say I'm really enjoying the book so far. I just love these characters. It is so like wholesome and easy to read, and I just love like all the little details, like the little stars everywhere, and sometimes the texts are like, different kind of fonts in between. It just makes it just feels so playful and so magical, and it just feels nostalgic as well. I'm really enjoying this. I love it. By the way, this is so besides the point, but the new Tomodachi game released, and I don't think I've ever played this, but I do really recognize it. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream released, and I really want to buy it. I know this is like influencing me, but I keep getting like Tomodachi TikToks on my For You page and it looks so fun, and I just know it's exactly the kind of game for me. Like, I love games like The Sims, I love controlling my own little people, and I think that is what Tomodachi Life is. But anyways, I wanted to tell you that I'm downloading the demo right now and I'm gonna play that, and if I like it I might get the game, but the game is so expensive and I don't know what to do. But if I like it, why not? So that was a little bit of a gaming life update. I'll let you know what I think of the game. I don't know how good the demo is, but I might as well try it. Look at my setup right now. I'm in my boyfriend's house and he's not home, and I'm just here. Look, I've been doing my homework all morning. I just had to fix all of my stuff, do my homework. I kind of skipped school, so I felt like I had to do something, but now I'm just watching Haley Fernandez. I don't know if you guys like her or watch her, but she is I guess a fitness influencer, just like a lifestyle influencer. I love her videos so much. I love the way she talks about everything, so I kind of just watched this. I think it's like a podcast, she calls it. Yeah, I just love listening to her talking. And then I have my books here. I have my school books, my notebook, my Harry Potter book, and I have the next book I have to read for literature, which is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Then now I'm gonna do another form of entertainment, which is my Nintendo Switch, and I've got a Red Bull and a glass of water, and this is enough for me for an entire day. Just these forms of entertainment. I'm sad. I love this. These kind of moments for myself, I love this. So I'm excited to play this game. I just got back from the gym and I did some reading on my phone of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I started it there and I read 10 pages. Apparently I just checked in my physical version. However, I realized it only has like 70 pages, so I'm not sure if it's classified as a short story because that is very short, but the writing so far is really great. I don't know, it appeals to me, so I'm excited to continue reading. I don't know where this is gonna go, but I'm excited. I don't really know what it's about yet, but I'm here for it. I bought the Tomodachi Life game. I know 60 euros, but like, this is the best thing to ever happen to me. It's great. It's a great game. Hey guys, honestly, long time no see. I don't think I have talked to the camera in quite a few days. Let's see, where did we leave off? I finished The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I had the lesson on that today actually. It was quite fun actually. It had a really good plot twist I didn't see coming. I didn't really know what it was about yet, so that made it quite fun for me. It's kind of like a detective kind of book. It was really well written and I enjoyed it. I read through it quite quickly, so that was a great read. I don't really have much to say about it, honestly. We follow a main character and he's a lawyer, and he's friends with a man named Dr. Jekyll, and then we get the introduction to this other character, Mr. Hyde, and it's about them basically, and I'm not going to say anything else. I can't really say anything else. And as you guys just saw, I spent a weekend in Rome, which is sick. I've never been there and it was such an amazing city. It was so great. It was really nice weather. We had 25 degrees. It was amazing and I love the city so much. So I finished the book there and then I started Golden Sun by Piers Brown. This is the second book in the Red Rising series. People say this is really good, and it is guys, it is really. I thought Red Rising was great. It was super entertaining, but it wasn't a 5-star for me. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever read, but I knew that people were so positive about this and the rest of the series as well. It is a trilogy, but I think there are books that are connected to the Red Rising series, but they're not within the trilogy, but they're still kind of part of the series. I am nearly halfway through. We follow our main character Darrow from the first book. This is Red Rising. The world is dealt into colours, so it kind of represents classes, but it's done with colours. So Darrow is a red, and this is the lowest class, but there are also golds, there are silvers. I think in Golden Sun there is a list of all the colours because I don't know them from the top of my head. Yeah, here's a list. You've got gold, silver, white and copper. They are in the top of the pyramid. This pyramid just literally makes me think of my history classes about classes and stuff. But there are blue, yellow, green, violet, pinks. You have loads of colors and they all kind of have their own function. So red are manual laborers. Darrow lives on Mars. It's science fiction. He drives one of these sick vehicles in a mine and he's like really good at it, but he's very poor. And for example, like the golds are the best ones, blues are pilots on the crew starship, greens are programmers and developers of technology. So all of the colors kind of have their own function within their society. So in this book, Darrow is a miner. His mission is to extract enough precious elements to one day tame the surface of the planet and allow humans to live on it. The reds are humanity's last hope. So that is what Darrow thinks. But then at some point he realizes that this is a lie. He realizes there is much more out there and he isn't working to save his humanity or his society. He is working for the gold, for the people above him. Mars has been habitable all the time, so that is rather devastating for him. And a mysterious group reaches out to him and they literally turn him into a gold person. So they change the way he looks into a gold person. He learns their mannerisms, he learns, their language, they have to fight, and he learns everything. So he basically becomes a gold. Without them, they can't realize he's gold because he's infiltrating their system. And then in still this book, he gets into that school of the golds, trying to become the best. And it's kind of Hunger Games like. A lot of people compare it to Hunger Games because they kind of get put into a simulation where they have to protect something, and it's like a game, but they kill each other. That was just super fun to read. And so that was Red Rising. And then now we follow Darrow with his friends he made in this book, and loads happens. In the beginning, he is still in kind of a sort of school, but loads of things happen. The upper class and the people that control everything, he's really getting into everything right now, and he has to choose which side he's on, and it is really great. It is so well written, and he's a great character. I love all of the characters in this, actually. It's very interesting to read. I definitely recommend, but every time I read this, I get sucked into the book, which is super positive. So yeah, I love this series, honestly, and I'm excited to continue it. I hope the rest of the series is as good as well. But it is nearly the end of the month. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this month. If not, you sadly have to watch my next monthly book vlog. But yeah, that's my updates for now. I don't think I missed anything now. Yeah, I just couldn't really vlog much. My bad. It's the end of the month. I've really been enjoying Golden Sun lately. I'm about this far, so over halfway, page 250. It's really, really great. I'm going to continue this in the next month, which is May. But as it is the end of the month, I am going to update my book journal. I don't use it much, but I have some spreads, like my TBR. This was last year. I love this page. But yeah, I'm going to update this real quick. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you got here, that's incredible because this was quite a long video for me. If you got here, comment a little sun. I know this is sun as in father, son, but comment a little sun emoji if you got here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, whatever you want, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.